Hello, in today's video we are going to be making this little tiny sleeping bunny rabbit. I thought this would be really cute for a quick easy Easter pattern. I know that's coming up just here in a few days, so you can make a bunch of these or a few. I know this year's a little different with everybody having to stay home, and hopefully you get to celebrate Easter in some sort of way. So the supplies you're going to need are your choice of yarn color. I'm going to be making the one for this video with gray and white for the tail. You're going to want a 3mm crochet hook. You're going to want a stitch counter. For this bunny I used a safety nose and then I stitched on the eyes. I honestly don't know what size this nose is, but it's the smallest one I had in a pack of noses that I bought. So just find a size that fits that, or you can even sew it on if you don't have a nose. I know that's not a common thing that a lot of people have. You're going to want some embroidery thread for the mouth and the eyes. You're going to want your scissors, your yarn needle, and your fiber fill. And then I used a little bit of blush for the cheeks. Alright, so that is everything you're going to need to make this cute little bunny, and you can make them in a bunch of different colors and just have a lot of fun with it. It's got a little tail on the back. Alright, let's get started. Alright, the first thing we are going to make is the body of the bunny. So you're going to start with a magic ring, and then we will put 6 single crochet in our magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, pull your circle closed. So for round 1 you have 6 single crochet. For round 2 we're going to increase a round. So you're going to put 2 single crochet in each of those 6 stitches. So 2 single crochet in the first stitch, 2 in the second stitch, and you'll keep going around until you have 12 completed stitches at the end of round 2. Okay, and at this point I start using my stitch marker, and I put them in the last stitch in each round to help me keep track of where I'm at. And pull that string tighter if you need to. Okay, and for round 3 we are going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch and then increase in the next stitch. So 1 single crochet, then 2 in the next one, 1 and 2. And you'll keep that pattern going. At the end of round 3, you will have 18 completed stitches. Alright, last 3, 1, and increase. Okay, that's 3 rounds done. Now for rounds 4 through 7, you're just going to single crochet around. So just 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and you'll keep doing that until you have 7 finished rounds. At this point, I'm going to fast forward to the end of round 7, so pause your video and then we will meet back up when you are finished with round 7. Okay, you should have 7 finished rounds, and now for round 8, we are going to put 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then we're going to decrease over the next 2. So single crochet, decrease. Single crochet, decrease, and just finish that pattern until you get back to the beginning of the round. At the end of round 8, we will have 12 completed stitches. Okay, for round 9, and this is our last round for the body, we're just going to single crochet around. That'll be 12 stitches around. Just one single crochet in each stitch all the way around. Okay, and last two. All right, so now we're going to just slip stitch in the very next stitch to finish it off. Now we're going to make all the body pieces at one time here, and then we will stuff them and put them together at the very end. So just this is what your body should look like, and just go ahead and set that aside, and we will get started on the legs. Okay, let's get started with the legs now. I've already made one, and these are super quick and easy, so I'm just going to show you one, and then you can hit pause to make your second leg. So to get started, we are going to start with another magic circle, and we will put 6 single crochet in our magic ring. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and pull your circle closed. And for round 2, we're just going to put 1 single crochet in each of those around. So we'll have another 6 stitches for round 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, pull your string a little bit tighter and keep that closed, and you might have to pop it out so that the right side is out. And then we will slip stitch into that very next stitch to finish it off. And cut a little bit longer of a string so that we can sew it on later. Pull that through, and then I go ahead and cut this center thread here just to get that out of the way. All right, and there is your leg. So go ahead and make your second one, and then we will get started on the arms. Okay, for the arms, we are going to do a magic ring. This time we're going to put 7 stitches or single crochet in our magic ring. So get that started, and then put 7 single crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Pull that closed. Okay, for round 2, we're going to single crochet around in each stitch, so we'll have 7 again for round 2. So just 1 in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, just like with the leg, we're going to just pop that out so the right side's facing out. I'm going to go ahead and cut this center string so it's out of the way. Okay, for round 3, we're going to start with 2 decreases. So we're going to decrease over the first 2 stitches, and then we're going to do that one more time. So you have 2 decreases, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. So at the end of round 3, you will have 5 completed stitches. So for rounds 4 and 5, we're going to just single crochet around. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that completes round 4, and then you'll do that one more time. I think it's a little tighter here since we're doing a small amount, but fit it right there in the center. So there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and that was the last one. So slip stitch in the very next stitch and finish that off with a longer tail for sewing. Alright, and that is what the arm looks like. Okay, so we'll set that aside. Go ahead and hit pause and make your second arm, and then next we will be making the head. Alright, to start the head, again, we're going to start with another magic ring, and this time we'll put 6 single crochet in our magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, pull that tight. Alright, and for round 2, we're going to increase around. So we'll put 2 single crochet, if I can get my hook in there, there we go. 1, 2 in the first stitch, increase in the next, until you get all the way around, and you'll have 12 completed stitches for round 2. Okay, at this point I'm going to grab my stitch marker. And for rounds 3 and 4, they will be increased rounds as well, but we're going to do them a little bit different so we have more of an oval shape to our head. So for the first 2 stitches, you're just going to single crochet 1 in each of the first 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. Okay, so for the third stitch, you're going to go ahead and put an increase. And you're going to increase again in the next 2 stitches. So increase and then increase. So you'll have 3 increases in a row. So 2 regular single crochets and then 3 increases. Okay, once you get those done, we're going to do just 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 1 in each of the next 3 stitches. Okay, and then the next 3 we're going to increase again in each one. Increase, 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 and in the very last stitch of this round you're just going to put 1 single crochet. Okay, so that's for round 3. You will have 18 completed stitches. Okay, for round 4 we're going to kind of do the same thing, same pattern. So single crochet in the first 2 stitches, 1 in each. Okay, so our new pattern for this is going to be 1 single crochet and then increase in the next. okay? Single crochet in the next, and then increase in the one after that. Single crochet, and then increase. And you're going to have 3 of those completed. Okay, so now the next 3, you're just going to put 1 single crochet in each one. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then we're going to repeat that pattern again. 1 single crochet, increase in the next. 1 single crochet, increase in the next. And then do that one more time. And then you will single crochet in that very last stitch, just 1 single crochet. Okay, so for the end of round 4, we will have 24 stitches, and you can see how it's making that more oval-ish shape instead of just a round circle. Okay, for the next 3 rounds, we're just going to single crochet 1 in each stitch around. So that's rounds 5 through 7. So at this point, I'm going to fast forward the video to the very end of round 7. So just keep single crocheting 1 in each round until you get to the end of round 7, and we'll meet back up for round 8. Okay, we have 7 finished rounds. So for round 8, we are going to do the opposite on what we did for rounds 3 and 4. So you're going to put 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches. Okay, and for the next, we're going to do 1 single crochet, decrease over the next 2, 1 single crochet, decrease over the next 2, 1 single crochet, decrease over the next 2. So you'll have 3 of that pattern right there in a row. Okay, for the next 3 stitches, you're going to single crochet 1 in each stitch, 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to repeat that pattern again. So 1 single crochet, decrease, 1 single crochet, decrease, and one more time. And then you'll put 1 single crochet in that last stitch of that round. Okay, for round 9, and this is our last round for the head, you're going to put 2 single crochet in the first 2, 1 in each, and then we're going to decrease 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, and then you're going to decrease 3 times again in a row. Okay, and then 1 single crochet in that last stitch, and that is the last stitch. So we're going to slip stitch into the next one, and then cut a fairly long tail so we can sew that on in a little bit. Okay, so for the ear, that's what we're going to be making next. I've already made one to show you. This is what it's going to look like. So we'll make one together, and then you can make the second one, and then we will finish off with making the tail. All right, for the ear, we are going to chain 11. So make your slip knot, and then make 11 chains. Okay, once you have your chain 11, we're going to do a double crochet in our 3rd chain from our hook. So 1, 2, 3. you're going to put a double crochet, and then we're going to put another double crochet in that very same stitch. So you'll have 2 double crochets in that 3rd chain from the hook. We're going to also put 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So 1 double crochet and then 2. Okay, so for the next 2 stitches, we're going to put 2 half double crochets in each one. So 1, 2, and then 2 in the next one. 1 and 2. Okay, so for the next 4 stitches, we're just going to single crochet across, 1 in each chain. There's 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so we have 1 chain left. In this last chain, we're going to put 3 single crochets in that 1 chain. One, 2, and 3. All right. At this point, we are going to be working across the opposite side of the chain. So these loops here, the bottom of our chains, we're going to be doing the same thing in those chains. So we're going to single crochet in the next 4, 1 in each chain. Okay, and then we're going to come to the next one and we're going to put 2 half double crochets in the 1 stitch. Okay, there's 2, and then do the exact same thing in the next stitch. 2 half double crochets. Okay, in the last 2 chains, we're going to put 2 double crochets in each one. There's 2, and then 2 in the very last stitch. 1 and 2. Okay, to finish this off, we are going to slip stitch in that very first double crochet we made. And then again, cut yourself a long tail so we can sew these on in just a little bit. Okay, and there is your ear. All right, let's make the tail, and this you're gonna want to grab your white yarn if you're using white, or whatever color you chose to use for the tail. Okay, and we're gonna start with a magic ring for the tail, and you're gonna single crochet 4 in your ring. One, 2, 3, and 4. Pull your opening closed, and then for round 2 you're just gonna do 1 single crochet in each stitch around, so you'll have 4 around for round 2. Okay, and that is the last stitch, so you're going to go ahead and slip stitch in that very next one. Cut your tail. Okay, and then you're going to want to, this one's a little harder to do because it's so small, but poke that right side out if it's not already. And then trim off that shorter starting thread. All right, and then I kind of squish the tail down a little bit so it flattens it. And there we have that. You should have all of your parts of your bunny made. And I have already gone ahead and put my face on my bunny. So I just used the safety nose and I put it 3 rows up, and then I just stitched on the eyes and the little mouth, and then I put a little bit of blush. But you can really have fun with this, and you can use safety eyes instead. So on the nose, there's so many options you can do. So if you want to pause the video and go ahead and put your face together, I went ahead also and stuffed the head, and then we will sew our bunnies together. Okay, let's go ahead and stuff the body. And then we will get the head sewn on to it. Okay, and you don't need both of the strings from the head and the body, so whichever one's your shortest, go ahead and just weave that in so that is out of your way. And I just weave it down through the middle like that. Lost my scissors, here they are. Okay, and cut that off, and let's go ahead and get the head sewn on. Okay, so line it up, and then you're just gonna whip stitch around all the stitches of the body. We have the same amount of stitches open on the head and the body, so they should fit perfectly. Okay, and then once you're finished with that, weave that tail in. Make it good and secure. Alright, and cut that off. Alright, already cute. Okay, so we're going to sew the legs on, and we will not be stuffing the legs or the arms or the tail. And of course, we won't be stuffing the ears either, so you are done with your fiber fill. Okay, grab your first leg, and you want to make sure you center it just fine. And you can use sewing pins to help hold everything in place if you prefer doing it that way. For bigger projects, I like to definitely do that. And sew your legs on. Alright, now we have 2 little legs. Let's sew the arms on. So grab your first arm. And for these, I like to just fold them in half, sew across the opening first just to close it up. It'll just make sewing it on the body a little bit easier. Just sew across about 2 times is all you need. Okay, and just find how high you want your arms to be. And just sew them on, a couple stitches across the top. And then I kind of do one last one on the side here just to keep it from flopping around too much. Okay, leave that end in, and then do your second arm. Okay, I went ahead and sewed one ear on, so let's get the second one sewed on. I'll show you how to do that. We'll put the tail on, and then we will be finished making our bunnies. Okay, so we're at the top of our ear, so we need to weave our yarn all the way through the back until we get to the bottom. There we go. Okay. Now you can do whatever placement you want of your ears for this one. I'm doing straight up. For my first one, I did more of a kind of a droopy, floppy ear. I think they look super cute either way, so whatever you prefer. And if you want to do the floppy ears, I'll kind of show you where I sewed those on. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, kind of the 4th row around. And then, you know, obviously sew them facing downward, like so. And for this style, we're just gonna go kind of start in that second round over the second and third rounds is where you'll sew them on. Okay, and just, you're gonna just kind of whip stitch around until you get them good and secured on top of the head. Okay, and then you'll want to weave your yarn through the back of the ear. And then we'll cut that off, and then we'll just sew on the tail. And again, we're not stuffing the tail, it's just too small to do that with. Okay, so grab your tail, thread your needle, and then grab your bunny and put it on the very bottom where the tail goes, and just stitch all the way around. One more. And then weave that all in. All right. Cut that string, and then your bunny is finished. Now one more thing I was going to suggest is you can take your blush and a little makeup brush and kind of put the pink in the ears if you want a little extra pink. I'll just paint it in there. Just adds a little more color. Watch where you're getting it, like I did. All right, and we have a cute little bunny. 2 different versions. I'd love to see your versions. You can share those on my Facebook page, facebook.com/CIP Inspirations. I would like to also show you a sneak peek of a new pattern I have coming out in the next couple of days. And if you check us out on Facebook and Etsy, you'll see a nice discount for this pattern. So the new pattern is going to be this little Bumble the bear. He's a cute little bumblebee. And this is the newest paid pattern coming out, so you can check him out on Facebook and on Etsy or Ravelry, and the links for those will be in the descriptions. If you enjoyed this pattern, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, and if you hit the bell, you'll see new patterns, video patterns that come out as soon as they come out, and you can check those out. And I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.